Hey, Aaron here from Superior Singing Method, and here's the deal. Today I'm actually going to pass the lesson off to one of my other Superior Singing Method vocalists and teachers, and this is the last video that I'm going to intro for her. This is Rachel. She's absolutely amazing. You're going to love her. Hopefully you've seen some of her videos already, and what she's going to talk about today is something that's near and dear to my heart because it's something I discovered later in my singing career that's almost like a magic trick of being able to blend the two registers and to be able to sing higher notes in a way that's even, you've heard a lot of me say all the time, it's about singing with less strain. You want to sing those high notes and sing powerfully and sing more resonant, but with less strain, right? Because you want to be able to sing for longer and you want to be able to do full shows. You want to blow your voice out. So she's got a trick today. Again, she's saying it in a way that's a little different and expanding on some of the stuff I've done. So I'm really excited for you to hear it from her because she's amazing. So here she is.
Thanks so much, Aaron. My name is Rachel, as he mentioned, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to connect your chest range with your head range. Now, this can be a little bit weird to do, but because I'm going to take you into some voices today. We're going to do some strange voices. I mean, have you ever felt like you're singing and all of a sudden your voice sort of bottoms out? This is what, when I was in college, I remember singing this Mozart piece, and I remember coming down on this line or this sort of run, and all of a sudden it was like my voice just went like this, right? It just sort of like plummeted, and it had no support and nothing to sort of catch it. And so it was in this time that I discovered that, if I sort of put the voice a little bit more forward, that sort of helped a little bit. And then there's this other technique that we're going to talk about today, and this is the technique of the soft palate. Some of you are like, what is a soft palate? The soft palate exists in your mouth. And so if you take it, we're just going to find it right now. And we're going to take your tongue, and if you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, right here, the front part of your mouth, that's the hard palate. If you go back just a little bit farther back, you'll find what's called the soft palate. That's the part that's kind of the roof of your mouth that's more malleable. You can actually, which is crazy, you can lift it and lower it. And this was the thing that I discovered that I was like, oh, wait, that can kind of catch my voice as I come down, right? Because I would be singing these lines and I'd be going, nya, 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 nya. Right? It would all of a sudden, it would kind of come down, bottom out here. But if I lifted that soft palate, and then you have this really it sort of catches it as it comes down. In my brain, if I could see inside my mouth, I sort of envision it sort of lifting like this. It's like a little curve in the back of your mouth. Now, I'm going to show you the difference of what it sounds like when it's lowered and when it's lifted. And we're just going to practice this just a little bit so you can sort of like discover what this sort of feels like. So in the back, it's almost like you're like eating peanut butter, right? Like peanut butter stuck in the roof of your mouth. It's like that a little bit. So we're going to just lift it. So lift it up and lower it. It's like an aerobics video, but for your mouth. Let's try that again. Lift it and lower it. Now, the difference in sound is this. If I were to sing with this, here's singing with a lowered soft palate. It's just nya. Okay, it's just totally fine. It's a fine note. Here's what happens when I'm going to sing it straight and then I'm going to lift it for you. Nya. It actually launches the voice. So you can keep it where it's like almost I call it the Kermit the Frog voice, because that's what it sounds like to me. I think that's what he's doing when he's doing that voice. But I can actually, it launches, I feel the voice launch up into what I refer to as the mask. This is where I want the voice to stay, is in this mask. So when I'm doing these lines coming down, and instead of it sort of bombing out, if I lift that soft palate, it keeps it forward. It's like this little like trampoline back there, this little catcher, right, that keeps it forward for me. And so I don't bottom out, and I can keep a very focused, beautiful sound. So let's just practice that again. Let's keep discover where your soft palate is, and let's just sing a note I'll just choose an F here. This is an F above middle C, and we're just gonna sing it straight, and then I want you to practice just lifting that. Let's try that together. Breathe in. Nya, lift it. Now, you'll notice it got bigger, right? As I came, it's because I pushed it just a little bit forward, very delicately, but just a little bit forward right here. I could leave it. Nya. That's almost like that, right? Christina Aguilera kind of has sort of that quality of sound. That's how she's getting that. That's that soft palate. Nya. But I can push it forward right out into here if I want to catch the sound as it's coming down. So we're gonna do some exercises today that help you connect that head range into your chest range. And so as we're coming down, I want you to think about we're gonna do a full scale. We're gonna do a full diatonic scale, which I know is a lot of notes. Normally I only do 3, but we're gonna do full diatonic because we have to get into what is called your mid-range. You've got your head range and your chest range, and then you've got this mid-range in between, which is the space where a lot of voices will just sort of bottom out and there's like literally no support and it sort of wafts around in no man's land. And so we're gonna use this as we come down the diatonic scale. So we're gonna start up on a C. This is, again, for males, you might wanna start on a middle C and go down to just one C below that. But I'm a female, and so I'm going to start on the C above middle C and come down. Okay, so we're gonna start here, and we're just gonna sing on nya. We're gonna go nya, right? Nya, 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 nya. So let's do that again together. Start up here, right? And I want you to think about curving this up instead of yeah. Now let me show you what it's like without the soft palate for a second. Actually, let me show you that. So if I were to not do the soft palate and not have it forward, it might sound something like this. Yeah. This is no soft palate and no forward sound. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's in my mouth and that's back here in my throat. And so 2 keys. You want to keep it really forward. So it's yeah, yeah. And then as I start to feel it bottom out, I lift that soft palate. So let's try that again. Start here, really forward, kind of in your nose, kind of between your eyes. Place the voice right here. Breathe in. Nya, nya, nya. Curve up. Nya, 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 nya. And you get this gorgeous, seamless line between the 2 ranges. Now let's go up. So we'll start up here. We're gonna keep going up by whole steps here. So start on this D and go. Breathe in. Nya, nya, nya. Curve up. Nya, 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 nya. Go up to an E. Same thing. Breathe in. Nya, 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 nya. Did you hear that? How I had to curve it up. Let me show you what would happen if I did not curve that up, if I didn't use the soft palate on my way down. Hear that break? I just sort of let it drop, right? But if I curve it, it will sort of elide between the 2, and so there's no break in the sound. Hear that? It's just like this little pad in the back that just supports my voice as it's coming down. If that makes any sense. And then you can just keep going up the scale like that and keep doing these nya-nyas, the diatonic scale down, and really be aware the voice is invisible, right? So be aware of what you're feeling as it's coming down. And when you are feeling like it's going to bottom out, just lift it just a little bit and you'll have a little more support to your sound there. Now, along with this exercise, another thing that you can do, because some people are like, oh, I don't want that lifted sound and I don't want a nasal sound, right? Another thing that you can do to bridge this gap between your chest and your head range is you can actually even expand here. Let me show you what I mean by this. So you can have a lifted soft palate, but it doesn't have to be so Kermity, right? We can have a little bit more of an open sound. So if you lift, nya, watch what happens when I widen sort of here. Nya. I'm literally just widening my cheekbones a little bit, and I actually get a more open sound, and so it's not so throaty sounding. So I think of the front of my face as like joysticks, and so I use widening my cheeks, going here, widening, right, to create different sounds. So as I'm using the soft palate, it doesn't have to be so throaty. You can sort of maneuver these things around to get the sound that you want for whatever style you're singing, right? So let me just show you that one more time as I sing this. Instead of going, yeah, which is a very lifted soft palate, right? Yeah, I can go, yeah. It's still using the soft palate, but it's really light. It's just supporting the sound. And I'm just widening here, using my teeth and my lip and my cheeks to sort of get a more open sound, one that might be more pleasing for whatever song that I'm singing. So I hope these exercises really help you as you are expanding your chest range into your head range and connecting the two. And have fun discovering all that you will with your Kermit sound. I think you will probably notice when you watch singers, you'll notice when they're using that soft palate. Once you know these things, it's hard to not see it when you're watching people sing. So have so much fun with these exercises. And also, don't forget to click the link below because we have made this awesome quiz for you, which is the Singing Killer Quiz. And in this quiz, it will help you discover whatever that killer is that's taking you out of the space, right? That's helping you not sing well. And once you've taken the quiz, we will then send you a video based on your results that will help you correct that killer. And so you can maximize your voice. Also, don't forget to click on the notification bells up there and subscribe to our channel. We are so glad to journey with you. Click that link and we'll see you next time.